Good morning, I'm Eva Veach, the Director of the Area Agency on Aging for Region 10. We're so glad to have all these folks here today for our 5th Annual Caregiver Summit. Over the next few minutes, we're going to be interviewing people that are caregivers. They're actually out there doing this work every day. We're going to be talking to our Regional Advisory Council about how important they feel like their role is here. And we're also going to talk to some of our vendors who provide supportive services for the folks that are here today. Hi Laird, how are you this morning?
I'm fine, Eva. Good to see you.
Good to see you. What are you doing here at the Caregiver Summit today?
Well, Glenn and I, as you know, have been doing support groups for a couple of years, and Region 10 really helped us develop that and do it. And now we do support groups at the hospital and at a couple of other locations in town. I've been a caregiver for a long time, and when I started, I had no idea what I was in for. And Region 10 really helped me know what resources were available. And as I got into it, I met Glenn, I met some other people that were wonderful, and we decided to give back to other caregivers what we had learned. And so we do support groups primarily to provide emotional support, just to have a safe place to come and say, this is exhausting, or I got angry last week and I didn't want to do that. Is that okay? So we do a lot of normalizing. We sort of say, yeah, that's okay. You're human, aren't you? Everybody gets angry. And we also try to give ideas and share experiences. We don't give advice. But people come together and feel that when their friends and neighbors and family don't really understand, they say, you've got this, Mom, it's okay. I've got a job, I've got my kids, and they aren't there. You can feel isolated and alone. And the emotional support is what we like. And for me, even though it's been very difficult to be a caregiver, I don't think I've had a bigger challenge in my life. I feel now that I can help others, and that's very enriching.
One of the things that Lori will be talking about today is really the gift that it is to be a caregiver. Have you found that to be the case?
Yes, it isn't like I would ask people to sign up to be caregivers to get these gifts, but they are truly our gifts. I am much more patient than I have ever been in my life. I am much more caring of other people and their feelings. I'm much more appreciative of what is happening right now in front of me than what my next goal is and how I get the next promotion. And I am benefited. I feel I'm a better person for it because of the tremendous challenge of just keeping it together. And I do think there's great joy. Every journey, every challenge in life presents an opportunity for growth. And one of the themes that we see in caregiving is as your loved one loses, you lose also. And you have to go through grieving process to accept the loss, to integrate it, to compensate for the things that are gone, and to add to it new things that could never have been where you were before. It's hard to do. It's not fun to do, but everything in life is about achieving and accumulating and losing and grieving.
So you do some special work in the area of grief. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
I really see caregiving as about managing loss and fulfilling commitments to your loved one. We heard a speaker at the summit a few years ago say, you want to give care so that when it's over, you can look back with no regrets. And that comes from real commitment and sacrifice. But the challenge is not to lose yourself in the process. So I do think that every time we lose, we often go through a process of emotional being overwhelmed. And that's what's in grief. You start by, oh my God, what happened? I'll never be able to handle this. And you process the emotion. Then you wander in the forest, in the wilderness, like, now what do I do? And then you slowly try to do a little thing and see if it works. That's a period of experimentation and trial. Well, that didn't work. For example, we like to say, you don't want to sign up for an around-the-world cruise and get to Hawaii and realize you don't like cruising. You do little bitty experiments, you know? And then you find some you like, and then you build on them. And then you have the joy of learning something new and being a journeyman. And then all of a sudden you're made whole by that whole process and experience. And I see that over and over with caregiving. First, maybe when you take the car keys away, my gosh, how are we going to deal with this? Or when people have trouble eating, or people fall with Parkinson's or other diseases, or they later become incontinent, or we realize we can't handle this 24 hours a day. Every one of those, if you think about it, is a significant loss for them, of course, and for you, and the challenge of dealing with that. And it goes over and over like that.
So what you're saying is the grief is ongoing. It's not necessarily when somebody passes along.
I think so. I think grief is part of life. We lose jobs, we lose a relationship, we move and have to meet new friends. Pets, many people are very close to their pets, and we lose them. That's grief. But if going to kindergarten the first day, no, I want to be home with mom. I kind of like the sandbox. Who are all these strange people? These challenges in life have to do with loss and then adjusting to it and accepting new opportunities. And caregiving is one of the biggies in that area.
It sure is. It sure is. Thank you for what you do, Laird.
Thank you, Eva, for everything you've done and for giving us the opportunity to help.